in this example of scatter plot, we're going to examine the seasonal effect in the data also. So here we have data going from 2000 all the way till 2009, and this is monthly data. Okay. And if you plot just the revenue passenger miles, okay, then we're going to plot revenue passenger miles in the y-axis, and we'll use the year in the x-axis, and we'll do a line plot. So press the shift key, don't let it go, end it down. Okay. Now we'll do a line plot like that. Okay. And now we need to include the x-axis. Okay. So you go to select data. Now edit the x-axis, and you add the x-axis values. Okay. So we are looking at different ways of generating scatter plot. So you can use any one of them. This is the third example we are looking at. So you can use any one of the three depending upon the particular situation. Okay. So now let's let's change the title. So this is time series plot of rev pass miles. Okay. And we can change the y-axis to just the year number, 2000, 2001, and 2002, and so on. And this is monthly data. So you can right click format data, and if you go to labels and select specify interval units and change that to 12, okay, then that would change the x-axis to what we want. Okay. Now you can see the seasonal patterns, okay, going up and down year after year. But if you want to really drill down and look at the seasonal pattern more closely, then we could take each year and plot the different months going from January through December. Now how can we do that? The easiest way to do that is to click that and close this out, is to prepare a table of the y variable for each year going from month January through December. And you can accomplish that using what is called pivot table. So you have to highlight the data first, year, so press shift key and then end down and then right arrow twice, okay, and then click pivot table. So already the highlighted columns are selected as the table range. Let's put this pivot table in the existing worksheet, and let's select a convenient place to put the table, like for example starting from here. Okay. Now when we click OK, you're not going to see a table, but you are going to see a template for a table. Now we have to populate this template. So let's see, we drag the month from here down to the column. So you have one column for each month, and then you drag the year down here, so you get 1 year for each row. So this is our column, this is our row. So these are the columns, these are the rows. Now what do we want inside here? We want the revenue passenger miles. So for each year and each month, there is only one observation. So if you take the revenue miles down here, okay, and you see the summarization is sum. The value field setting is sum. Okay. But remember, for a particular year and a particular month, there is only one observation. So sum will be that observation. Don't use count, or average would be okay too, but don't use count. Count would be just, will give you a number 1. Okay. So these are the actual values for different months, okay, and in each year. Okay, let's format this a little bit. We don't want so many decimal places. So highlight all of this and decrease the decimal places. Well, this the other way. Okay, and let's put that right, adjust, and the row label is year. Okay, and column label is months. And what we have is revenue passenger miles, not sum of, it's just revenue passenger miles. Okay, let's expand this, revenue passenger miles. Okay, now this is only our table. Now what we want is to graph this. So starting from here all the way up to there. So highlight the pivot table. Okay, so now you insert a pivot chart. Okay, now we want line chart. So it tells you how the line chart will be made. So here we have one line for each month. Okay, but suppose we want it the other way around, one line for each year. Okay, you can do it that way too. But here this is one line for each season will give us the seasonality very clearly. So let's say okay. So now move that here. So this is a plot of revenue passenger miles, and we have, and you can see, so that one is January, that one is, which one is, you have to highlight and see what's that. So it's December, that's August, that's July, the first one is July, and so on. And you can see there is a difference for different months, and so seasonality is present. So you can reverse this. So if you click switch rows and columns, and you will now have one plot for each year, and again going from different seasons, January through December, and you'll see the seasonal pattern in each year. So you can draw the plot in two different ways. So seasonal pattern, plotting the seasonal pattern using pivot table.